All right. COVID and anti-Semitism in Russia. Like I said before, anti-Semitism is a big problem in many countries around the world. And in Russia, there's a whole history of anti-Semitism. I mean, the reason that there are so many Jewish people in New York, a lot of them were people in Russia who experienced pogroms and anti-Semitism and fled. And a lot of the communists in the United States were Russian Jews who fled anti-Semitism. But there was anti-Semitism in Poland. There was anti-Semitism in Germany, obviously. I mean, anti-Semitism is a global problem. Anti-Semitism, it's bigotry and hatred for Jews, but it's also this belief that the problem isn't capitalism, the problem is Jews, and it's disgusting. I oppose anti-Semitism. I always have, and that's that. I mean, yeah, that's all there is to that. I mean, at some point we might talk about another angle of that, and I might get into some stuff about, I might go into some detail about things that I said or did in the past that I wish I'd done better. But this isn't the night for that. But, there might be a time where I address, because, you can be careful. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can say something and it can come across the wrong way. And you don't mean it to be anti-Semitic, but unfortunately it strikes people the wrong way, right? I do not believe that the phrase international bankers is anti-Semitic because most international bankers are not Jewish, right? The International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, they're not Jewish, right? And, if I were to say international bankers are Jews, that would be anti-Semitic. If I were to make a racial categorization. If I were to condemn international capitalism and say it is Jewish, that would be anti-Semitic because I'd be blaming that on one race. You don't do that, right? You don't do that. However, you know what I mean? Just the phrase international bankers is not anti-Semitic. However, sometimes there are things that you can say, there are ways you can frame things where it doesn't sit right with people. And I've made mistakes before, and I'm happy to admit I've made mistakes before. So we might talk some about that at some point. Not sure this is the night to do that, but at some point I might address some stuff from the past that I shouldn't have done, but not tonight. Alrighty.